What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 211. Now Wonder's sick too, but a different kind. He probably just ate bad food. Where'd you go for dinner last night?
I ate at my girlfriend's place, which was cooked on the spot, so I know it wasn't that.
Before game night, you ate at her place?
Yes.
You didn't
Well,
eat
I had
again?
breakfast. I just had snacks, sealed stuff like jerky.
Something doesn't add up. Wonder ate something shitty and got food poisoning.
I think it was like the flu or something, because
Bro thinks he had
Everybody-
the flu for less than 12 hours.
that's usually how it is for me. I
Ridiculous.
get like the 24-hour flu, and it's usually overnight.
My throat still kind of hurts. I'm still all dry. And
The reason I think it's some kind of bug is because my girlfriend's dad did the same thing. Because we were all together working cattle and stuff, and my girlfriend's dad, his buddy, the veterinarian, and his assistant all had the same problem. So but theirs happened that night. Mine happened the night after that. So because they had been out there the day before, so they probably got exposed the day before. So it usually takes 24 hours for it to kick in, I guess.
I don't know. All I know is I'm still hating life. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I hate throwing up. I just hate it. And I did it all night long. My last time I threw up was probably 5 o'clock this morning, a little bit before.
I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning for some reason.
Yeah.
So I woke up,
I was-
edited
well,
a
I've seen
video,
Yeah.
had a panic attack. Because right as I was adding like the last bit of background music, it crashed. I was
Oh,
like, dude,
shit.
if it resets the edit, I swear to fuck. I was... You good down there? The dog just like walked in and just poof, shook
Gave
my
up.
whole desk. He's like, I'm done. Fuck it, I'm down. I'm down for the count, man. He's stick a fork in him. He's done.
I know how he feels. I also am tired of this fucking wind.
Dude. Yeah.
Fucking hurricane winds. Like it literally blows so hard that it rattles the metals on my walls.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. And then it's supposed to be cold tomorrow. So we're probably gonna be in the office all day, I'm
Well, it's
guessing.
supposed to snow tonight, which is fun. All because I'm going out tomorrow.
Yep.
Gotta go get tattooed. Gotta take my Xbox to get sold. Dude, I need to call the comic book store because they like buy consoles and stuff. I kind of want to know if they'll buy that PC, but I also don't want to call them.
Right?
I like tried to send them an email and they didn't respond. That's pretty annoying. But like,
It like bothers me how much people don't pay attention to their emails as a company.
right? Yeah,
Like don't have that as an option if you're not going to keep up with it.
yeah.
It's stupid. I don't know how many times where they'll be like, well, send us an email and give us the information and blah, blah, blah. So I'll send them an email and then not hear back from them for 2 days. So then I call them and it's like, hey, what's going on? Well, did you send the stuff? And I go, well, yeah, it should be in your email. And then they go, yeah, it's right here. It's like,
Why didn't
well,
you look before you called
did
me,
you
you
fucking
fuck? Yeah, I get that.
bastards.
Get that.
Ugh.
Oh, I gotta send you a TikTok real quick. Logan Paul is
boy.
still too good at the WWE thing. That's fucking hilarious. So the Elimination Chamber happened on Saturday morning.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw that, but I went live at like 2:30 in the morning because that's when the Elimination Chamber, a pay-per-view, started because it was in Australia.
Oh.
So woke up to watch that. But the Elimination Chamber, you know, you got your two people wrestling, and then you got the four pods, and the people are locked in the pods. Logan Paul took a microphone for his like YouTube channel into the pod, so he was just talking to people the entire time. And I didn't know this while the show was happening. He also had a marker and was drawing on the chamber, and it is some of the funniest shit. It is absolutely incredible. Look at this shit. Some devil horns, because I'm about to be on demon time. So good. We got just keep watching. It gets better. Kevin Owens sucks. See, it says it right here.
Gets his head bashed in.
Yep. There's some devil horns because I'm about to be on demon time.
You're about to get your ass kicked, what you did.
Dude, when he made his entrance, he walked up to Kevin Owens' pod, and KO's just staring at him and starts bashing his head off the pod. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. There's a clip of somebody bashing Drew McIntyre's head into the pod, and Kevin Owens is punching the pod as his head's hitting it like it's doing something. It's like, dude, I love you. You're so fucking stupid. It's incredible.
Yeah.
WWE's fun. Wrestling is fun. Oh.
Yeah.
And then Logan Paul cost Randy Orton a WrestleMania main event.
Mm-hmm.
Punched him right in the face. Well, so Randy cost Logan his moment. Hit him with an RKO. Legitimately out of nowhere. I was one of the people who went, oh, fuck. Because Randy just like teleported. It was incredible. So that's fun. Wrestling's fun. Until the main event, because they let Rhea Ripley main event, which is sick. Rhea's awesome. But Nia Jax, who you've heard me talk about, was her opponent. Mm-hmm. And Nia literally botched the first move. That's just how it went. It's rough. Like, dude, this is a 50,000 person crowd. That's a huge show.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we're getting for the main event. Literally the worst match of the night. And it wasn't due to, like, Rhea's awesome. It should have been the main event. But, like, Nia Jax, man, they did such a good job at protecting her in the build-up to this match by, like, not having her do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then the match started, and she had to do things. And she just can't go, man. It's tough.
She ain't got to go.
She ain't got to go. She ain't got to go. I hope that doesn't stop them from like having the women main event night one of WrestleMania, because Bayley and Io are gonna tear down the fucking house. They're so good. Or even like Becky and Rhea would just stomp. But I'm a little worried they're gonna go, well, we let Nia main event and look at how that went. It's like, well, you should have never rehired her. That was your first mistake. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning to watch a fucking pay-per-view. Well, so I had just fixed my sleep schedule, and then I fucked it up just so I could. I woke up at like 7 p.m. just so I could be awake at 2 a.m. for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Had to watch Finn Balor wrestle. It was very important. It was very important.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired at the moment because I didn't sleep worth a shit last night, obviously.
Same for some reason.
Yeah. I'm just glad the Helldiver servers are getting a little better.
Yeah.
Because that one day I sat awake for 3 hours waiting to join the Helldivers lobby and couldn't. And it's because people would not leave the lobby. They would just leave their PC on with...
Yeah, because you couldn't get in, so you might as well leave it on so you never get kicked out.
Yeah, which sucked. So, but then they implemented if you're, AFK for more than 15 minutes, they kick you out of the ship. So that alone helped a bunch, I think. So, it's I'm kind of excited for you to experience your first Helldivers drop.
Brother.
I have a feeling you're gonna get mad at this game and be like, "Fuck it, I hate this game. I'm never playing it again. It's stupid."
I just hate you. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not gonna help because I'm probably gonna drop a, airstrike on you at one point or another on accident.
Bro's just gonna kill me for no reason.
What? I mean, technically, you're just killing some random person. Because you're just an expendable soldier. You can come back. I can bring it back.
No, you can't actually.
Yeah, I can.
You can't bring me back. That's the whole point of the game. That's why you can't customize your character, really, is because you just spawn in as a new character. The guy you played through at like the tutorial with, if you've died, you are no longer that guy. You don't respawn.
Yeah, you still.
No,
I mean, technically, you're a different person.
You're not technically.
I mean,
think
you
of it
are
like
a different
this:
person,
when you play
outfit.
Halo, you're not the main character. Or when you play Halo,
Right.
you are the main character. You are Master Chief. When you play Helldivers, you're just a regular Marine. You're not even a Spartan. You're just a regular Marine.
You're just a random dude that took up
bought into the
advertisement.
propaganda.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is you still have the same outfit. So technically, you can customize your outfit that you drop in, but you're a different person. You might be a female or, die, and then now you're a male, but you have the same outfit. So there's still customization to a point. And then you customize your ship and your weapons, or not necessarily your weapons, but you can get more. Well, you can get better weapons. Let's just say that damn gun you start with sucks. I want the shotgun, but the problem is in order to get anything, you have to get like resources. And you have to extract with those resources in order to obtain, bring them back to your ship. If you die and you don't extract, you can still complete the mission, but you don't extract with the resources, and therefore it's really hard to obtain the resources and it makes it harder to level up. You always get money and stuff like that based on, your time and completing missions, and which you can that just updates your, upgrades your ship as far as airstrikes and shit like that.
Did you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, why? I watched the cartoon version and the real life version, or
the movie
action
that came out a few years ago. Well, there's a new live action version.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. Because the old live action version was universally hated because it wasn't. Why did they keep calling him Ong, bro? That's not his name. His name is Aang.
That did kind of bother me a little bit.
Fucking Ong. It's like, dude, why are any of you making this movie if not a single one of you even watched a highlight of the show?
Yeah. So is the new one supposedly better then? I mean, it can't be that hard to make it a little better.
I was going to say, it's definitely better than that, but weird.
I'm guessing it still kind of has the same storyline, just
yeah, they
better.
made it like darker, which is interesting because you lose a bit of stuff when, I don't know, Aang's supposed to be a goofy little guy and he's not so goofy anymore. There's like a whole added scene. Iroh's been taken prisoner, and an Earth Kingdom guard is talking to him about the siege on Ba Sing Se that Iroh had for, the 600 days or whatever, and like this kid talking about how his brother died during that siege, and like showing that, Yeah, we all knew Iroh was this like famous war general, but like it really puts into perspective like how much of a piece of shit Iroh was before he became everybody's favorite uncle.
Right.
Pretty incredible.
I mean, I don't hate that idea, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I have yet to watch it, so I gotta do that. I think there's another episode of Halo out today too.
No, I
think
still
I'll
haven't. I still haven't finished the first season because it's tough.
I know, because you're more into Halo than I was. You know, you played the games more. I do know that there is a difference, a big difference between Master Chief. I mean, like Master Chief's whole thing was he never took his helmet off and shit like that, and he just does it all the time in the series. Which I can get why it would be kind of tough to just have him leave it on all the time.
Absolutely would not be tough.
Well, I don't know.
Mandalorian.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Your point is invalid.
That's true. I
And
don't know.
literally, well, show emotion. If you can't emote with your voice, then you shouldn't be the actor playing Master Chief.
Yeah.
Because go play the Halo games, and you never once see Master Chief's face.
Yeah.
But you feel the there's a reason he has become the most well-known video game character of all time before the show. It's because he is the motherfucking Master Chief.
Yeah. Like, that's the part I hated, was that they right away put a face to Master Chief. So now all I'm ever going to see is that guy's face for Master Chief whenever I think of Master Chief.
I don't
like that
but
idea.
that's because I just see the helmet. But that's good. Maybe that's because I refuse to like give the show its fair shake. Because I don't know.
Like, the show itself to me is not bad. It's just getting past the fact that they just ignored
The
like,
importance
the importance of Master Chief. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you've never watched or played any Halo game,
even
you
if you
know,
have,
or-
I'm sure it can be a good show. It's just I can't, man.
yeah, you're a nostalgia person, and
Yeah.
and
My
when they
Master
don't
Chief
follow
would
that
never.
nostalgia, it pisses you off.
You also
easily.
didn't play, like, I know you've played the Halo games kind of, but they weren't an integral part of your comeuppance.
Yeah,
you know?
no, the only thing I really ever played consistently on Halo was I played like online stuff and then like
Right.
2v2 and shit like that
Yeah.
against friends, but I never did actually play through the story mode.
Which
You know?
actually is something we should probably do. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just get you to buy the Master Chief collection and let's just play through all the
Perhaps,
Halo
yeah.
games. That'd be fun, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta wait until like the summer to do that because bro's too busy right now.
I know, right?
In the summer, I know you work every day, but at least you're off all fucking day.
Yeah. Even
Like
if
you
I get
work
my
for
new
a few
job,
hours. But
I'll be done an hour sooner than I do with this job that I have now, and still have every other Friday off. So,
sure.
so
But yeah.
you know, I'll have more. I won't have to rush home. You know, rush to shower and rush to do a podcast. I mean, I could shower, have podcasts, and then we'd still have enough time to play some kind of game or something like that.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
amazing how much an extra hour in your day you can get stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Master Chief, I think once you see the games, you'll understand why I am the way I am about that show.
Yeah.
You'll get it more. That
I've
doesn't mean you won't
watched,
like the show, but you'll
Right.
understand why I'm so like this.
Well, I
isn't-
already understand because I've seen, people play through. I'm a big video game guy on TikTok and stuff, and I see
Yeah.
people play through the, cutscenes and stuff like that on.
Oh,
Halo.
some of them are so good.
They are, yeah.
Permission to leave the ship, sir? Why? I want to give the Covenant back their bomb. Permission granted.
Yeah, you do that.
Cortana, What happens if you miss? I won't. It's like, all right, Chief, let's do this. Love that guy.
Yeah.
What happens if you miss? I won't. Fuck you.
I miss Cortana right now in the series. Chief's a better person for him.
This is an
Cortana.
incredible Facebook post. No, you're not a gamer. I'm so sick of all these people who think they're gamers. No, you're not. Most of you are not even close to being gamers. I see all these people saying, I put well over 100 hours in this game. It's great. That's nothing. Most of us can easily put in 300 plus hours in all of our games. No, you can't. I see people who only have the Nintendo Switch and claim to be gamers. Don't know where I was getting complained. Whatever. And claim to be gamers. Come talk to me when you pick up a PS4 controller. Then we be friends. Xbox better, though. PC better, though. I don't know. Fuck you. Also, dear all women, for some reason, Pokemon is not a real game. Fucking what? What do you mean Pokemon's not? It gets worse. Animal Crossing is not a real game. The Sims is not a real game. Mario is not a real game.
These games are the reason why the games today exist.
Mario, Stardew Valley is not a real game. Mobile games are not real games. I can kind of agree with that. Like, depending on what we're talking, Candy Crush doesn't make you a gamer.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. Put down the baby games and play something that requires challenge and skill for once. Sincerely, all the actual gamers. Dog, what are you talking about? Literally everybody puts a Mario game in their top 5. Most people put Pokemon there. I've never actually played a Pokemon game, but that's its own different issue of, you know, the issues we had. I feel like people don't remember the time when you could, like, get a video game a year, or maybe we were just that poor. But, like, yeah. I don't know. The only Nintendo console we ever really had was the N64, and we never had a Pokemon game, not one.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, I got a DS, but I could afford, like, a game a year, and that would be, like, a Mario game. And then, you know, getting other consoles, I'd get a PlayStation or an Xbox, and the 2 games I'd get a year, you know, the one for my birthday and the one for Christmas, I was getting Call of Duty and Madden. That was it. And that's not because those are the only games I liked. It's just like, those are the games I could play with my friends. Those are the games I'm going to get every year, you know? Shit, I didn't get my first fucking DLC for a Call of Duty game until Black Ops 3.
Yeah, so that's the scary part. Like, I, when, you know, a little while ago when I re-downloaded Blackout.
Yeah.
Tried to play some Blackout. The amount of time I had spent on that game is kind of scary.
Yeah.
24 days.
That's nothing.
24 days.
I think that's just my multiplayer on Black Ops 3.
Well, yeah, you played more multiplayer though.
Okay.
For the amount of time I owned Blackout to the amount of time that I have on that game is scary.
I'm talking about Black Ops 3 though. So yeah, multiplayer, but I also have, you know, 20 hours in the campaign and then you know, 94 years on zombies.
Yeah, no, like so, but that's just Blackout.
Yeah,
and if you remember, I didn't get Blackout until like halfway through its life. You know,
I thought you had that one pretty early.
No, because you kept telling me you need to get Blackout. You need to get Blackout.
That's probably true. That's how I am with most video games.
And I wasn't sure about, you know, getting Blackout because I had never, you know, I hadn't even experienced Fortnite yet, so I didn't experience, like, you know, Battle Royale, so I wasn't really excited about it too much, you know. And so it took him forever to convince me to get the game in the first place. So I didn't get the game until like halfway through its lifespan, and I still ended up spending 24 days on that game. And that was just Blackout. That wasn't multiplayer. That wasn't So I every time I had any time of free, any free time, I was on Blackout.
Mm-hmm. I remember. I was there.
Yeah, it sucked though because there was such a big span
This guy
of
wasn't
Blackout
there.
where we couldn't play together. Remember that? Because
Mm-hmm.
for it to see we could play with everybody else, and as long as we found someone else we could join, we could play with each other.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, we could not join each other,
Yeah,
which was
same thing happened with Minecraft for a long time.
yep.
Sorry, my dog showed up
Oh,
again.
well, I can't see you, so
I know. I forget that sometimes.
it's it seems strange doing podcasts without actually seeing your face, but I'm getting used to it. So
I do apologize for that. I don't really know of a good way to
well, that's
have
fine.
it going, though.
Fine. I just got to remember to keep myself in the middle of my
True.
because if I go over here, I'm no longer
Right.
there or over here.
Yeah. Yeah. But Blackout was a time. That's how
Yeah,
it was
I
with
missed it.
most games for a long time, though. I'd start playing them, I'd play them for a while, and I'd just yell at Wonder about how he should get this game and play it. Fortnite was the dumbest one because it was free and he just refused. It's like, I'm
That's
too
just
good for
because-
that shit.
That's just because I hung out with a lot of people that thought Fortnite was stupid.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, then finally I figured out that they were just stupid, and I played Fortnite.
Ugh, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm easily swayed in my decision making, I guess.
Unless it's me trying to sway you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, back in the day, I didn't think you were as smart as you were, but that's just how dumb people work. Dumb people think smart people are dumb.
He didn't think I was as smart as I said I was.
Yeah. Even though he'd show up for half the time and still pass a class, and
Yeah.
then they'd fail him because of attendance.
Tried
Stupid.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. The one class that we actually took together, the gym class, that was tough. Because it was a morning class.
Yeah.
Me trying to show up for that shit was rough. So glad our gym teacher was very laid back.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
I wonder if he actually retired finally.
probably. You'd figure.
I would think so. I know he'd been talking about it, but it seems like every year he says he's going to, he's there again.
Just
So-
like the old second grade teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She finally got forced to retire, though, because she refused to use the new learning system, which is more technological based.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how older people are with advancing with technology.
Yeah.
Most of them are not a fan. It's a better way to learn, but my way's better. No, your way's more complicating. It makes it harder for people to learn. It's actually a pretty good little, like, I could see it with my nephew. He is extremely good at math, and it's because of this new learning system. It actually makes, it's hard for teachers to learn it, to learn how to teach it
Mm-hmm.
that way. But once they do, it makes teaching so much easier. If you have any initiative into teaching, like, for instance, Cody, this is only his second year teaching, and they're already wanting to give him some kind of rewards and stuff because this class that he has is a problem class, and none of them seem to like to learn. He's got I think he's got like 19 students, and there's only 3 or 4 of them that actually want to learn or is able to sit there and learn. The other ones are crazy. So and they did their like testing or whatever that they do, that the big test that's like halfway through the year and or 3/4 of the way through the year, and they get to find out how much they, learned and haven't learned, or how much they're struggling. And he tested like some of the highest scores in the nation,
Nice.
and was the highest score for third grade in Goshen County with a problem class, even though the school told him that he would, they're probably not going to do well. Don't, take it to heart, blah, blah, blah. And they turned out to be the highest score testing. And so then they were like questioning him. They brought him in for like questioning, and we're like, well, how are you teaching these kids? What are you doing that's different from the rest of the county? What do you, like he was in some kind of trouble. And he was like, well, am I in trouble here? Or, no, oh, no. We're just trying to figure out what you're doing that's different from the rest of the teacher. He's like, I don't know, take initiative into teaching, do your job. He's like, you were more than welcome to come in and sit in my class. And, says, I don't let them get away with, misbehaving. I punish them for misbehaving. And what do you mean by punish? And he's like, well, if they don't want to sit in the class and learn, they can go out to the hallway. And usually they don't like to be alone. So when they sit out in the hallway for a period of time, they come back in and they don't want to get sent back out again. So they actually tend to learn or try to take initiative to learn. It's this new style of teaching kids. You can't punish them, and that's not a good thing. And it obviously shows by,
I'm sorry, when have any teachers ever punished any student ever?
Well, that's the issue. That's what I'm saying.
The only punishment that ever existed was me getting yelled at for, I don't know, being better than the teacher, I guess.
Right.
I got yelled at a lot for doing fucking nothing.
Yeah, and also the schools are trying to take away award systems for students.
I'm down.
He said, give them something to strive for. When they don't have anything to strive for.
Because the thing is, the thing that you should be striving for is, decent grades. The thing is, what is it you want to strive for? You want to put kids in the gifted and talented program? Because you know what that was? That was just basically special ed's class where they just didn't give you anything. You just sat there and did nothing. Trust me, I know, I was in those classes. You didn't do anything. All of the rewards that you would give these students for doing good weren't rewards. They were basically punishments. You want to reward students when they do good at things. Let them move on. Let them advance. Let them progress. Stop acting. The no child left behind thing doesn't work because it just forces too many kids to sit back where they don't belong. If you as a teacher can't figure out how to let some kids move faster than others, maybe you shouldn't be teaching. Now, there is, I think, levels to that. Our school, it would have been a little easier than, a school where there's 400 students in every class.
Mm-hmm.
But that is then, I feel like, on the school to do a better job of having more teachers and having more resources. Because there are more teachers.
I don't think you understood. I'm not.
No,
you're
okay.
thinking.
What rewards do you? No, what rewards do you want to give people?
Simple, like candy. These
Why?
are third graders that I'm talking about, not high schoolers. I'm talking third graders. Third graders don't give a shit. Most of them don't give a shit about being at school in the first place. So give them something to look forward to. Give them something to be excited about learning in school. These are young kids. I'm not talking about high schoolers.
I feel like high schoolers are less likely to want to be there than young kids. Young kids, I don't know, when I was younger, I loved the idea of going to school. You get to be around all your friends, you get to learn. Kids are naturally curious and naturally want to learn, but they're like punished for wanting to learn all the time.
But that's not necessarily. But back when we were in school, sure. But nowadays,
I even think
most
now,
kids have problems with have home problems. That's the biggest thing that I've seen is, there's not very good, which you didn't have a very good growing up family wise, but these kids are also the same way. And there seems to be a lot of ADHD and stuff like that, learning disabilities, dyslexia. Seems to be more of it than when you and I were in school. I don't know why,
I
but
don't think so. It's just actually diagnosed now.
well, maybe that might be. But the thing is you can, as a teacher, you can learn how these learning disabilities work, and you can still teach kids. If you're, I'm just saying, as a teacher, if you take a little bit of initiative, just like Cody, it shows that if you just try, if you just care a little bit, that you can teach kids, you can have kids be successful. That's basically what I'm saying. It's just he cares about their,
Mm-hmm.
their learning. He cares about them progressing. He cares about them in their future. And he genuinely, ever since day one, has wanted to be a teacher,
Right.
and it shows. The rest of it, and it kind of shows how much. The reason why he was being questioned so much is because it kind of shows how much teachers today are so lazy and don't care. They're just there for a paycheck. That's, you can tell from class to class what teachers are there for a paycheck and what teachers are actually there to care about kids learning and care about kids improving in school, and not just, oh, you don't learn, whatever, you just sit there and, or here's a packet, teach yourself how to do this.
Yeah.
That's what drove me nuts. I hate that. You're sitting there collecting taxpayer money to sit there and not teach kids. Why are we sending our kids to school when you're just going to make them teach themselves instead of actually teach them, which is your job?
See, but I don't know. There's still levels to that. As much as I do understand the getting handed a packet thing, there's also only so much teachers can do. Since, in this country, the answer every single time we need money for anything is to cut budgets for schools, not for anything that's less important. Because in this country, they don't actually want smart kids. Smart kids would be a problem.
Well, yeah, because
the entire point of school is to teach you how to fall in line. That's why the people who don't fall in line, whether that's being bad students or being too good at being a student, are the ones that are punished. If you are able to just fall in line, like they want every worker to do, school will be great for you.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you do have a point there, because I think there's a lot of our politicians on both sides think it's a good idea to not have educated kids, because people who aren't educated tend to just be followers and tend to not question anything. They just think, oh, that is what it is. Oh, I got to pay 3/4 of my paycheck to the government. Oh, that is the way it is.
Yeah,
they don't realize
that's
not how it's supposed to be.
And even if that is how it's going to be, like, at least make it make sense.
Right. If it's coming back to the people, that's fine.
If our health care is covered and public transport's good and, like, you can just eat for free everywhere, like, sure, I'll pay most of my money in on taxes. I don't care. If, like, everything in my life is taken care of, cool.
Yeah, because it's going towards your quality of life.
Right.
But the issue is none of that money's coming towards us.
Not even a little. Roads suck. Schools suck.
Exactly.
Everything sucks.
But a person who's uneducated is not going to blame the government for that.
For the last, 3 days, I've had this pain in my, back left side. I'm pretty sure it's my kidney. Don't know what the hell's going on, but I can't afford to go get that looked at, so I guess I'll just sit here. That's pretty fun.
Hopefully it's not a kidney stone or something.
Who knows?
It's funny because I just had a page a few minutes right before I joined the Discord. There's a teacher of ours, you probably know who it is, but they called an ambulance for her because she thinks she has a bad kidney stone or something.
Interesting.
Maybe I do. I don't know if anybody's ever had it, experienced a kidney stone. I have, because I eat a lot of iron. That's why I drink a lot of fucking cranberry, and mine was just a little tiny thing, and it felt like I thought I was gonna die. And I hate the idea of them calling it a stone, because it is not a damn stone. Because a stone is nice and smooth and round.
Well, that's not always true.
No. A stone, not a rock, or a broken stone that's all jagged and stuff. It's just a smooth stuff. You know, a stone. I think of a stone as nice and smooth, and you know. Now these things are more like fucking spiky glass looking nasty tear everything on their way out things, and it is
Yeah.
one of the most painful things you can ever do.
Oh,
You can
good.
just be totally normal, just sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden it feels like somebody's driving a hot knife into your back.
Yeah, that's
It's
not exactly what I'm feeling, so I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. I
I don't know.
probably won't die from it, so it's fine.
It's probably a nerve.
I don't think, like,
most
it's not
times
a
when I-
back issue. It's like, it's just like, I don't know. The way to describe it, 'cause the pain isn't in my, like, abdomen. It's like it's not my actual spinal column. It's just like the backside of my body.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, you know, I don't know. And it's not like, I don't know, I'll be sitting here and it'll be fine, and then it'll hurt for a few minutes, and then I won't notice it for like 6 hours, and then it'll just hurt for a few minutes. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just constantly there. Yeah.
But it's like not there, but then like suddenly it's like there for no reason. And it's like, oh, what the
Yeah.
hell's that? I don't know. Moving on. Yeah.
It's like it's like that TikTok I seen the other day where the guy like breathes in all of a sudden and he's talking about the sharp pain in your lungs or something, and all of a sudden it you know, you're in heaven for like 2 seconds and all of a sudden you're back. It's like
Yeah. I don't know.
And then there's another guy that made one where he did that and then he's in hell and he's like goes on to like change his life and shit like that. It's kind of funny.
It's one of those things, man. Doctors are too expensive, so until this is something I can't deal with anymore, I'm chilling.
Yeah, welcome to another thing that every single American should be able to just go to the doctor and have health care. But no,
No.
let's just throw it away. Let's just grind it up, throw it in the trash, burn it. That's pretty much our government's idea of thinking about how to handle money, taxpayer money.
I don't know if you saw the thing on Twitter that's been topic of conversation. People talking about how streaming and content creation is harder than like regular jobs, and then some dude whose like entire job is just to be on Twitter. Dude tweets like 800 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you get paid for it. So dude's just engagement baiting all of the time. Is like, he's just like, streaming isn't harder than any job. I promise none of these streamers could work a customer service job. It's like, dude, I've worked in restaurants, I've worked in customer service, I've worked in a factory, I've worked on a fucking farm.
Mm-hmm.
For me, streaming's the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's like in its own way. Because when you work a customer service job or like your regular job, not fire department bullshit where you're like always on the clock. But when you come home from work, you no longer have to care about work. That is like just not how that works. You go, you put in your 8 or 10 hours, and then you go home.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas creating content, yeah, you go, you put in your 8 to 10 hours, and then you spend your next 8 to 10 thinking about what to do with the next 8 to 10 and making a plan and doing all this stuff. And yeah, sure, it's not physically exhausting. I sit here and play video games all day. Sure, that sounds easier. What I've noticed is the people who say it's that easy are either A, they've never streamed before and don't know what they're talking about to begin with, or if it is a streamer saying it's super easy, it's the people with that bottom of the barrel content. You go into their streams and they like just don't speak. They're just like sitting there playing Call of Duty, not even with their friends. They're just like kind of playing. They won't talk to their chat. They don't make content. They just play video games on stream, which there are levels to this. Like, creating content is very different than just streaming playing video games.
Yeah.
That's why one is a lot more tiring than the other.
Right.
I can just play Call of Duty all day. It's like, I'm sure you can. Try to make real content out of it, and suddenly you can't.
Right.
It's so Miller Football came into my Twitch chat the other day and was like, why is content creation so tiring? I've been working on this Madden video for for 3 hours and I'm just exhausted. I'm like, well, like, It's because as a content creator, like if you're any good at what you do, any content creator worth worth anything, like your whole thing is you're playing a character. Every minute
Mhm.
you're in front of that camera, whether it's a stream, a YouTube video, a TikTok, you're playing a character. Even though I am the person you see on stream, Ask Wonder, I am that person, but on stream it's dialed up to 10.
Mhm.
In real life, I'll sit there and just not talk in the corner and hang out. That's not how it is on stream. We're talkative. We're talking to new people. We're doing new stuff. We're this, that, going
You're
out
engaged
right
constantly.
and all the time. And you have to be playing this character. Sure, there are days where we did the podcast where we talked about depressing stuff, and I'm sure that'll come up again because I'm a depressed person. That's what happens. But 90% of the time, that's not what people want to see. You can't just
Right.
be depressed and be down and you
Right.
know,
I mean,
always.
if that's the topic of this, that day or something like that, some people who are struggling tend to see that and go, "Hey, that's interesting to me.
Right.
I want to.
Oh,
I want to
I
see.
think there's
I want to see
places.
if they are struggling like I'm struggling.
There's places for all of that. But if that's the only thing you do, you're not gonna reach an audience that you want. And I'm not saying you have to pretend everything's perfect and be that, but you're playing a character. Like, even though you're not really going to tell a difference between me on stream and me in real life, because I am just this person. But on stream, it's just cranked to 10. We're at max volume instead of, where on a normal day, I'm just going to kind of walk around and hang out and, we're chilling, we're vibing.
Right.
That's not how it gets to be on stream. We got to be crazy.
You got to be entertaining.
Yeah, you have to be. Like, otherwise you're not actually doing anything. And sure, if you're not actually doing anything, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Right. Yeah.
If you put in zero effort, it's real simple. Just like everything in life.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. I remembered the thing I actually wanted to talk about. Kind of.
Oh boy.
So I saw this clip on TikTok of this guy's doing a podcast where dude was asking his buddy what amount of time you'd leave different foods out, like just out on the counter, and still eat them later. And I'm intrigued by your answers. So,
well, seeing as I've already given myself food poisoning due to this very thing,
that's true.
it's probably a little too long.
So you go and get Pizza Hut, have pizza for dinner. There's half a pizza left. I know with you there wouldn't be. You would have ate the whole pizza, but let's pretend. Half a pizza left. How long you leaving it on the counter and still eating a slice?
24 hours with pizza.
I tend to I feel like that's too long, but I do the exact same thing.
Well, see, pizza actually is extremely acidic. So pizza actually you can leave out.
See, it's the
It's one of those foods
toppings
you
where the
can-
problems come in, because the meat
Well, yeah.
is like,
But-
that's the thing. But it's also like, I don't know, when I have pizza, it's like I'll have pizza that night, leave it on the table, and in the morning I'm eating pizza. I don't fucking know.
So yeah, I'll
Whatever.
leave my pizza out for 24 hours, eat a couple slices, and then go, I probably ought to put this in the fridge. So then I put it in the fridge, and then 3 days later, I'll eat some more of that pizza.
Oh no, once the 24 hours is up, if there's anything left, it's fed to the dog or thrown out.
Yeah, no. There's usually not that much pizza left. Usually when I have my second serving, there's no pizza left. So I guess I don't usually have that issue.
Sure. What was another one? Oh my
I'm a
God.
fatty.
There was an answer that I did not like. How long you leaving milk out and still drinking it?
Less than an hour.
Homie said overnight. Like,
Yeah,
huh?
milk. Like, I technically
Okay.
don't think you can get sick from milk.
No, soured milk cannot make you actually sick. It just tastes like shit.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so good. Like an
Yeah.
hour's too long. If milk gets even kind of warm, I'm throwing it out.
Well, unless it's supposed to be warm, like that
Nope.
moon milk or whatever the hell we
Nope.
had. I
Garbage.
didn't mind that, but
I'm throwing it
or
out.
like, or if like you're putting in hot chocolate and the milk's warm, I don't, I don't think it's that bad, but yeah, just to drink milk or put it in your cereal or something like that. For me, milk has to be cold.
Yeah.
Like it just does. Like you
It's
can't
just
put warm milk in cereal, you know.
right.
The only other thing where I could see myself having like where the milk's warm is if like, it gets warm after you put it in like oatmeal or like
I
what's that
guess, but
freaking
like
malto meal or whatever.
I don't know. The only
But,
hot milk I ever have is when I'm making hot chocolate, but that suddenly becomes
mhm.
a different thing.
Yeah, it's no longer just milk. It was originally cold when you put it in there, so
Right.
it's not like it sat out all
Well,
day and then you
and
put it
it
in hot
doesn't get
chocolate.
warm. It got boiled.
Yeah.
There's somehow there's a difference in that, between, 80 and 210 degrees. There's something different happening there. Or
Yeah.
I should say like 50 and 210 because, yeah, milk gets slightly warm. I'm out. What are you doing with eggs? How long you leaving eggs out? Because my answer is not going to be liked.
It depends. See, we have fresh eggs here.
No, I mean like you cooked an egg.
Oh,
How long
oh,
you leaving eggs
oh.
on a plate? Dude, if they get kind of cold,
You
I'm out.
like maybe a few hours,
The
and
only time
that's
I will
usually
still eat a cold egg is if I made breakfast pizza. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I made breakfast pizza this morning because I had
so.
sausage that needed cooked.
Usually, sometimes what I do is I'll have eggs or something like that, and then if I have eggs left over, it'll sit on the counter for a few hours, and then I'll make like a BLT or something out of it because I like my BLTs to be cold because the tomatoes cold, the lettuce cold. I know you don't like tomatoes, but
What?
I do. Don't you like? Do you not like? Who is?
I
I'm
don't.
pretty sure it was you that didn't like tomatoes.
Nope. I don't know who the fuck you're thinking about. But it wasn't me.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the Burger King incident with you.
Oh yeah, where I got a
Where you got
rotten tomato. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is fair. Chat, I do not like rotten tomatoes. That's true. That did cause a whole problem. I wouldn't go
Yeah.
back to Burger King because they gave me a tomato that was moldy.
Yeah.
That was I was done. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
no, because I'm the guy who like when I order, I like McDoubles and triple cheeseburgers. I like those best from McDonald's. I know that's still using the fake meat. Don't care. It
Mhm.
tastes good. Fuck you. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm the type of guy who like gets lettuce and tomato on those burgers because it's like when I made the Geekin' Out burgers. They're so fatty. You need
Mhm.
that freshness to cut through it. You need it. It has
Mhm. You
all
gotta
these
cut
people
through the heart attack.
I see the people like my perfect burger and it's just like 2 burger patties, cheese, bacon, and a fried egg. It's like I need lettuce and tomato, dog. I need something to cut through all
Right.
that.
Yep.
It needs to be there. If it's not, I just can't do it. I just can't.
Why I like BLTs so much because I just feel like BLTs are fresh. They
Yeah,
taste fresh.
they're like hydrating somehow. I
Mhm.
don't know how, but
Yep.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what's another weird thing to think about leaving out?
Um.
I would say like pasta or mac and cheese, but I can't even put like mac and cheese I can't even put in the refrigerator most of the time. Unless it's like a
And
really good homemade
also,
one. If Kraft,
pastas are actually dangerous if you leave them out for too long.
true.
They actually grow
All
a
food
bacteria in
is,
them that can make it
technically.
extremely. Yeah, but I mean, like pasta's like a couple of hours. If you leave pasta out for more than
Yeah.
a couple of hours, it can grow this bacteria that can make you really sick. So I mean, you can look it up. It's a
Yeah.
pasta. I'm pretty skeptical about. And I have a hard time with pasta anyway. I don't know why. It's like spaghetti. It's not that I hate it. I can eat it. I just am not a huge fan of spaghetti or something super pasta-y. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I like chicken Alfredo and stuff like that. That's one I wouldn't leave out very long either.
Right.
Not only is it a pasta, but it's also milky.
Right.
Uh, the one that bothers me around my house is sometimes my parents will get like sour cream out or something like that, and it'll just sit out for a while. That bothers me, even though technically
Even
it's
though
like
it's
a
already
milk.
soured.
Yeah, right. But it still bothers me. Like, that does not seem like that's something you should leave out.
Wild. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to think. What else do I know? Oh, the Cardinals are kind of funny and goofy. So, back in 2019, so in 2018, they drafted Josh Rosen right after Josh
Yeah.
Allen got picked. Everybody
Mhm.
remembers. And then he wasn't good. And the next year, it was, well, Kyler Murray's coming out and he got the number 1 overall pick. And they put out this tweet that Josh is our guy, and their coach was talking about it, and then they drafted Kyler Murray. So people are throwing that in their face today, since their Twitter team posted a bunch of pictures of Kyler Murray and just like our franchise QB. It's like, yeah,
You
we've
guys
seen
have
this
treated them like
story before.
You guys have treated him like shit so far too.
Dude,
so he's
let
a good
him
quarterback.
become
but you treat him like
available.
crap.
Kyler Murray to the Vikings. Who says no?
Oh.
Kyler Murray was a Vikings fan growing up. He wants to be there, man.
I mean, I'm all for it because that means the Vikings will be in the Super Bowl, and then somehow the Bills are going to scratch their way to the Super Bowl. I don't know how they're going to do it, but
Bro thinks the
other
Bills are
team
going to
gets
beat
sick.
Mahomes.
Maybe Mahomes will get sick or something. You don't know.
I also am very happy because I'm seeing people respect the Vikings kind of finally.
Right.
Because all these people. So the salary cap, we all got to thank Taylor Swift for this because the media deal was so lucrative this year because of the increase in viewership, which is Taylor Swift's fault.
Mm-hmm.
The increase in viewership is her fault. The bitch. No.
Right.
She made the NFL more profitable. Horrible person.
Damn it.
So every team's salary cap increased by $30 million. So the Vikings probably now have the money to just bring Kirk and Daniil back without an issue. And all these people, you got to move on. And then there was some unsubstantiated report where this guy said that Steam's really picking up that the Vikings could trade Justin Jefferson. But the guy he was saying said that never did. So I don't know. That was wild. But it was like this whole thing, and some guy's like, yeah, they should trade him. And Elite Takes, Nico, he's a TikToker, finally giving the Vikings some real respect. He's like, the Vikings are closer to competing than I think most people realize. They beat one of the teams that was in the Super Bowl and nearly beat the other one when their quarterback was healthy. Give them some defensive help and just keep it going. And this is a real football team. Like, they're not at the point where you think about picks over superstar players. Right now is when you want to like cash your chips in and like, here we go. And do I still want to see us, even if we keep Kirk? Do I want a quarterback? Absolutely. Because Kirk's not going to be around forever. Dude, the Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers strategy is the correct one. Let him sit for a couple years. I know that sounds awful. I want the guy to make an impact right away. Who fucking cares? Because even if he doesn't make an impact right away, if we can go win with Kirk and then immediately transition into J.J. McCarthy playing the exact same way Kirk did, we've won. Because that's what happened with Jordan Love. That's why I'm so mad at the Packers, is because Aaron Rodgers won some MVPs and was winning games. And then they trade him for some assets. And what does Jordan Love do? Look just as good. And it's so annoying. But it's because they're doing it right. They're not forcing this guy to, you've got a year, and if you're not good, then we got to move on.
Right. I could see I could see the Green Bay being another, franchise soon because they're all young. They're really young. They're really good.
Yep.
And
I hate them.
you're gonna hate it.
Hate those fucking bastards.
But yeah, as far as like trading and stuff like that, Stephon Diggs has been through the same thing. People, well, yeah, they're gonna trade Stephon Diggs, and it's like, and then Diggs will come out and be like, I want to retire as a Bill. Sorry, guys. I don't know why you guys think I'm gonna get traded just because.
Nah,
I didn't get used. Like
he's
I should.
walking back to Minnesota. Sorry about it.
No, the only other place I could see him going is like Dallas because his brother.
Nah, he's walking back to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Won more games there.
Mm.
Had a real quarterback like Kirk Cousins.
I mean, he's won quite a few games as a Bill.
That's true. Oh man,
we just can't make it to the Super Bowl, but we can win. We can beat any team in the NFL. We just can't win the important games.
And then it's another thing I've seen. If we do let Cuzzo walk, I don't entirely hate the idea. Apparently, Russell Wilson made it clear today that he's like willing to play for the veteran minimum if it like gets him a starting job. Dude,
right.
Paying Russell Wilson $1 million to go throw the football sounds fucking hilarious. But I think Russell Wilson ends up as a Raider. I think the Broncos pay the Raiders quarterback salary, and I think that's fucking hilarious. Especially as the Raiders go be a better football team than the Broncos. It's just.
Let's say it don't matter where Russ goes; he's gonna be paid.
Yeah, he's chill. He just wants to play football.
Yeah, he's getting paid. He don't care where he goes. It doesn't matter. He's getting his money from Denver, no matter where he goes. Imagine paying for someone else's quarterback to go to the Super Bowl and win.
It's true. So,
be funny.
Some guy, don't know who this is, Dennis Villeneuve. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is exactly, but he says young people want longer films, even though everybody talks about how our attention spans don't exist. He's like, think of Oppenheimer. It's a 3-hour R-rated movie about nuclear physics that is mostly talking. But the public was young, and that was the movie of the year by far for most people. It's a trend. The youth love to watch long movies because if they pay, they want to see something substantial. They're craving meaningful content, which is true. Dude, Oppenheimer is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's why. I mean, it's just talking about nuclear physics all day. I'm here for it.
Right. But that just goes to show you that nothing's impossible, really. Because they thought nuclear physics was impossible. Nuclear fusion was impossible until some crazy scientist comes along and goes, "No, I've accidentally discovered that
fission.
It is possible."
Fusion's barely coming around right now.
I meant fission.
Kind of. Yeah. No, I knew what you meant. I got you.
I knew what I meant.
I was just correcting it for the public.
Yeah. Fission. Yeah, fusion is just now getting discovered over
kind of figured out, kind of.
Yeah.
But still,
but
there's a chance that by the end of our lifetimes we're seeing like
nuclear powered
space
cars
age.
And shit. Yeah.
Like, dude, fusion is insane. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we just got to learn how to control it. Just like nuclear power plants, we can control that for the most part.
Well, I mean,
we can't.
No, we can. It's normally not being out of control that causes our issues. But it's also the thing of fusion will replace fission plants as well. Fusion will replace everything. And as it should.
Right, yeah.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
You can use some of that power about now.
Unlimited power.
Yes. Could use some unlimited power. Yeah.
Oh man, incredible ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So the Vikings are doing this like docu-series thing where they're releasing the mic'd up from like all the games and like talking about how each week went. And this
Mm-hmm.
week they showed the mic'd up from the Packers game where Cuzzo got hurt. And
Mm-hmm.
they got all the players talking before the game. They're like, yeah, going into Green Bay, man, it felt like we finally found our groove, and we all really felt like we were a team that could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And we got into Green Bay, and it like shows how we were up 28 on the Packers. Because that was like the biggest knock against the Vikings. They can't win big. And then against the Packers, we were fucking murdering them in Lambeau. Because I vividly remember Jordan Addison's touchdown catch and then the Lambeau leap. And it was at that moment where I went, wait, this team could actually like be really scary. The Vikings are about to be insane. And then the next drive, Cuzzo's Achilles pops. And listening to him be in denial is fucking hilarious.
It's fine.
No,
I'm okay.
no, he's like, nah, I went forward and I didn't feel a pop. I just felt like I got stepped on my back leg and just had no more go. It's like, he's like, yeah, but nothing popped. I didn't feel anything pop. It's like, dude, you sound like every guy who tears their Achilles saying it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's the biggest deal. It's so over.
Yep. Yeah.
A depressing moment. Because I genuinely think, like, fully healthy, the Vikings might have been the scariest team in football last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, they hit that groove without 18.
Right.
Could have been incredible. And then there was that like 2 weeks of thinking, oh my God, Josh Dobbs is taking us to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pastronaut crash landed.
Yep. Yep. The safety mechanisms did not deploy, and they kind of hit the ground a little hard.
Did you see we made it back to the moon?
I did. I did see that.
That's pretty dope. So confusing,
pictures,
though. Did the pictures finally come out? Because I doubt it.
I heard they did, but I don't
Intuitive
know.
Machines. So they were supposed to have pictures as it landed, but there was like a supposed communication issue. So they kept saying it was a clean landing, but they also kept saying communication issue. What would cause a comms issue? Landing a little wonky and not having stuff line up. It's like, did you just like fucking land on your side and you just don't want to admit it? So you don't want to release the pictures? Like, I don't know what was going on.
Where they released some pictures.
They might have, and I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. Odysseus reached the moon, which is sick. I'm excited. I'm always excited for good space news. Space news is sick.
Yep.
First private company to ever land on the moon, and the first time America's been there since like the 80s or the 60s. I don't know, sometime. We haven't been to the moon in a while. I don't know. It was back in those 1900s. Pretty old.
Yeah, it was weird because my girlfriend asked me, "Do you think the first moon landing was a fake that like people say it is?" And I was like, "Does it really matter?" Like, really, does
yes,
it matter?
To me it does, but like now I gotta ask, do you think it's fake?
Part of me see, I don't know for sure, but I could see the motive as to why we would
know
fake
for
something
sure.
like that.
Okay, that's the thing with conspiracies like that. There's certain conspiracies that we can talk about that not that many people need to be involved with that could be hush-hush. To fake the moon landing. Do you know how involved that has to be? How many people? It's like the NFL being scripted. You're telling me thousands of people every year just know that there's a script, but nobody would say anything. Not a single. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
And
Yep.
like the way that they talk about, well, the moon landing was fake 'cause in these pictures you can't see stars. It's like, you're just telling on yourself about how you don't know anything. Stop talking.
Right.
Go away. Stop. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't make that much of a difference now because we've been to the moon. I know
That's
we
true.
have now.
That's fair.
But the first one, I could see why we would fake something like that.
The
Because
issue is,
we
if you
were in-
have a good
we were
enough
in a race
telescope,
to
you
get
can see
there.
the original flag that we planted on the
Right.
moon.
Right. But like that's not my point. My point is it doesn't matter. And
Fair enough,
also-
I guess.
But I could also.
But there are people who still don't think we've been to the moon yet. We don't have any satellites. Planes don't fly.
There's people that think the Earth is flat. So
I know. It's wild. How do you get on an airplane and then think the Earth is flat?
right, you could literally see the curvature of the Earth
Yeah.
in an airplane.
But it's also kind of flat. Look at how far you can see. It's like, yeah, but can you see Mount Everest? Because if it was flat, you should.
Yeah. Also, how can you fly that way and get to New York, and then also fly that way and get to New York? Unless it's a fucking circle.
Yeah. Nah, see,
Dumbass.
because before we don't even fly. Before you get on a plane, they just knock you out, and they teleporter you to the new place.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if there's
But there's-
teleporters, why are they knocking us out? Let's just fucking hustle and bustle.
Right.
Chop,
yeah.
chop.
I mean, what? Yeah, there would be no such thing as long distance relationship anymore. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
right? That'd be so sick. I'm here
Like,
for
hey,
it.
I'm gonna come. Yeah, you live 600 miles away. I'm gonna come hang out for a couple hours and then go home.
Yeah, I'll be there after work. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, that'd be such a problem for me. In so many ways. Like, dude, I want to go to LA for like a couple hours, you know, but like getting on a plane sounds like a lot of work. But I can just be there. I'd never get anything done ever again, while
But
also
say,
doing so much.
I'll be on the phone with you. Hey, where you at? I'm in Iceland. Oh, you want to come home real quick and play some video games? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess. Fucking why not? What a time to be alive.
Yep. Yep. Now my back's starting to hurt. I think I'm having sympathy pains. In
It's not my back that hurts though. Yeah, your
My camera's
camera's been
having
all
issues.
something for a while. Probably all dusty again. I hate that you
No,
use
not
your
dusty.
fucking finger to do that.
I'm not touching it. I'm just trying to get it to adjust.
It doesn't want to autofocus today. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see if I can.
Oh. Oh. Dude, those damn red spots. It's fucking
I
wild.
know, right? Oh well.
All right,
It'll work.
we're close to the end,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yep. Yep. Think I'm gonna go make me some ramen and go to the bathroom again for the 412th time in the last 4 hours.
Bro thinks he was gonna have ramen. Why are we having ramen?
Because I don't want to eat something too heavy. You know what I mean?
I feel like ramen's pretty heavy.
Yeah, not really.
I know it's not, but in my head it always feels like it because it's pasta and pasta's heavy.
Yeah. I'm more after the broth.
That's fair. Dude,
The chicken broth.
I definitely was a psycho. So the first day I was sick when my throat was hurting, and then like I said, that new medication I'm on makes me sick if I eat too much, which always leads me to eating like soup and broth instead because it like fucks up my stomach.
Right.
So a can of chicken noodle soup, you know, you're supposed to can of soup and then add water.
Mm-hmm.
Got to cut through it. I don't add water. I just add more broth. Just like add a can of
The
chicken
same
broth.
way.
Just like, here we go. It's like,
Yep.
I really want the broth. I'm here for
Yep.
I'm here for the broth.
Yeah. Nobody's ever there for the noodles. We're there for the broth. You
Right?
eat all the noodles to get it out of your way so you can drink the broth.
Gotta have the noodles for some sustenance, I guess. That filler,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. It's tough. It's tough times.
Mhm. Yep.
Name an animated movie you love that is not Disney. Under the Red Hood.
Spirit.
Or
Is Spirit
literally,
Disney?
yes, I think maybe. Give me literally any of like the DC animated movies though.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. They're so good. They're so good. Don't worry, DC can't make a regular fucking movie to save their lives, but animated, that shit's gas.
Spirit is DreamWorks,
Which Disney owns.
which Disney owns. So
That's Disney movie, doesn't count.
yeah.
Christopher Nolan is plagued by the line, "You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain," from The Dark Knight. He said, "My brother Jonathan wrote it, and it kills me because it's the line that most resonates. But I read it in his draft, and I was like, all right, I'll keep it in there, but I don't really know what it means. Like, is that really a thing?" And over the years, it just seems truer and truer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so animated movie that's not Disney that you love, go.
A
Dude's got
movie.
nothing.
I can't think of.
Dude, it's so tough.
Well, every animated movie I think of is,
Why do you think I immediately went
Disney.
DC?
Yeah. Animated movies. Movies
Boobies.
that aren't Disney.
Dude, struggling.
Oh, that's a good one. How to Train Your Dragon, or Shrek.
No, those are both DreamWorks.
Oh yeah, well, what? I specifically typed in that aren't Disney and it's
Because
come up with these-
DreamWorks is its own company. Except it's not.
The Iron Giant is a good one.
Wait, am I wrong?
I don't know.
Does Disney own DreamWorks?
Maybe you're wrong. I thought Disney owned it. But...
No, it's owned by Universal.
Oh.
I thought it was
So-
Disney.
So Spirit, my original answer.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, I guess.
It was a smart answer, but I didn't know it was a smart answer.
So Disney owns DreamWorks Pictures. Sorry, I just saw a thing. Sold the studio to Viacom. Interesting. Universal Pictures, I get that, but there was something about Disney. Disney owns 14. Disney retained the rights to some of the films, but I don't know which ones.
Oh.
Weird. Interesting. So yeah, I guess. All right. Spirit works. It's good. It's good.
I loved that movie as a kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Oh, did you see the Major League Baseball uniform stuff?
Mm-mm.
So Fanatics, the company that makes all the jerseys that you can buy right now.
Yeah.
They now have the rights to make the uniforms for Major League Baseball.
Huh.
They look awful.
Really?
Also, the pants are so cheap that they're see-through.
Oh.
So, baseball's about to be X-rated by the one dude who forgets to wear boxers, because you're just going to see dick all day.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
You have to wear compressions, man.
Yeah, but Make sure they're not colored. They got to be white, because if they're a color, you're just going to see them.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, dude. I don't get it. No, it's so bad. Players were posting pictures of their jerseys, and Fanatics customer service, not realizing it was players, was like, yeah, it seems like your jersey's kind of fucked up. Reach out to us so we can try to fix it. It's like, dude, you think that's just a jersey they bought. That's their official uniform. That's how bad y'all fucked this up.
Oh, man, that
It's
is
just
rough.
tough. Sad.
Ah.
Ridiculous. But all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go get some ramen noodles and go to the bathroom.
All right. Well, we'll figure out what we're doing next later. So, but for now, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.